Hey there everybody, Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. We're going to continue on taking a look at this nice little run of Daredevil, which started back a bunch of issues ago, a bunch of episodes ago as well, taken from issues from 1976. We're already into 1977. This is Daredevil 145. So last we left off, Matt Murdock, otherwise known as Daredevil, otherwise known as Hornhead, was battling the Man-Brute, but of course behind the Man-Brute was the Owl, the return of the Owl. So if you haven't caught the episode prior, you get to find out what's going on with the Owl. Now he's kind of crippled, he can't really walk, so where does that leave us here? But of course, Daredevil winds up beating and subduing the Man-Bull, but the Owl escapes. So here we have, this is Jim Shooter, writer on this one. George Tuska and Jim Mooney, the artist, inker team. Jerry Conway, the plot. Denise Wall, letterer. Janice Cohen, colorist. And Archie Goodwin, of course, the editor. So here you got... So Daredevil is out, flying about. Well, I should say swinging about. He's not really flying anywhere. And of course now, I don't remember in the previous issue that there was like snow and it was chilly and all that, but now it has snowed. But he's out looking for the Owl. And he's, of course, he's got the radar sense, so he knows the Owl really well, and he could probably tell, if he's nearby. But, I mean, New York City's a big place, right? So what is he doing? He's scouring the entire city? He says here, might as well pack it in. The Owl may not even be in town anymore since I raided his Wall Street headquarters. Besides, I'm freezing my horns off. But I've got to find him somehow, and soon. Side effects from the serum which gave him his flying power have ruined his nervous system, so he's become a virtual cripple. But that's only made him more dangerous. He's desperate and now nearly insane. So, of course, then you got a woman driving a car in the snow. She's lost control. She's sliding all over the place. So Daredevil swings down, gets her to crash the car in this little embankment. Nobody's hurt. Everything's okay, right? But, of course, one of the Owl's guys happens to see all this. So he goes to the payphone. Remember those? Remember the payphones? Oh, wait, but for $4.98, you can look just like Joe Weider. And while you're trying to get as big as Joe Weider, snap it to a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Never gets old. All right, so here we're in the lair of the Owl. Okay, so as you can see, he's in like a wheelchair now. He's got these braces on his legs. So what does he have to say here? He goes, "Idiot, call all aerial attack squads to the area immediately. Perhaps they can spot Daredevil from the air. I want him dead. Do you hear? Dead. Fumbling lackeys. Once I would have taken to the skies and personally hunted down that meddling hero and relished it. But then I was the Owl. Instead, I'm a helpless cripple who cringes at the very name of Daredevil. So here I hide here, desperately hurling pawns at my enemy. Yes, I fear him. Even more since he learned of my weakness. When he foiled my kidnapping of Dr. Kerwin, the only man who might have made a serum to cure me from the last issue. Kerwin is being greatly guarded constantly now. There is no more chance of seizing him. But there is another way, a way that requires me to abandon the safety of my refuge and risk confronting my red-clad nemesis, though I tremble at that thought. I fear remaining crippled far more." Okay, so of course he gets into the little owl ship there and takes off from his lair, right? So then we cut back to Daredevil, who is finally giving up the chase for now. So he ducks into an alley, changes into his Matt Murdock attire, so to speak. Goes and meets up with Foggy and with girlfriend Heather, right? Comes across this other dude who obviously has got some stuff going on, right? Oh, wait. Marvel Madness on the Moon. More super bodybuilding courses. Amazing how many bodybuilding ads were in these old comic issues, right? That's such a big thing in the mid-late 70s? I guess it was. I don't know. So anyway, so they're all, of course, it's wintertime. Looks like the trio of Foggy and Heather and Matt are out and about. Foggy's drunk again, of course, because he's drinking because his girlfriend has been kidnapped. And he is depressed. He doesn't know what to do. They can't find it. They don't have any clues, right? So he's drinking up a storm. Of course, he's a little jealous that Matt and Heather are getting along so well. All right. So then we cut to another scene where the Owl has kind kind of come to this one place, right? He gets rid of the security guard. We got a couple doctors here, so he's basically like, I want Dr. Petrovic. You're the one. The owl has use for you. Doctor, what do you want of me? What is the meaning of this? You and your staff will mend my ruined legs and restore my power, or suffer pain far worse than mine. Operator, quick, get me the police. Right? So then, of course, Matt hears the nightmare. So next morning, the Manhattan townhouse home of Matthew Murdock, news of an ongoing nightmare for upstate finally reaches the super sensitive ears of the man without fear. Got to hustle. Hospital under virtual siege by police. Is that newsflash? If that newsflash is true, then there's not a second to waste. So he figures that the owl is responsible for this. So what does he do? He hops on the top of a bus. Okay, because of course he's in Manhattan, and this hospital is upstate. So he gets up there. How quickly? I have no idea. They don't really talk about it. They say soon. Seeing as I know exactly where this is leading, I'm thinking it's probably a bus trip from New York City to this place. It's probably at least 2 hours. So is that soon? I don't know. Anyway, he gets up to the area, to the hospital, and of course it is the Upstate Medical Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. Not too far from where I live here, right? Home of the Chance, New York. So there, the owl is making his demands. Of course, Daredevil finds him. The owl sees him, and he's like, what? Daredevil? You betcha. He leaped on me like a shot. Didn't expect him to move so fast. So, of course, he's got now the owl has, like I said, he's got these kind of metallic braces on his legs. So, of course, he seems to be, he is reborn. I can fly. I'm better, stronger than before. How he can fly, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. So the fight ensues. So boom, back and forth. Wham, pack, wham, pow. Sock. All right. All right. And of course, the fight goes out through the window, outside. All right. You've got the cops out there and everything. The police. I forgot about them. How could you forget about them? You knew they were outside, dude. Come on, Mr. Owl. You're smarter than that. Bah, your death can wait. I seek the sky and freedom. So Daredevil says, I have to drop off before a stray bullet tags me. Hold your fire. He's gone, right? So the cops see that Daredevil is there. They're like, okay, so that now the search is on for the owl. Where did he go? But now he's got the gift of flight again, or at least so we think. So here, once again, he's got a hostage. He's got a helicopter getting ready to take off. Daredevil jumps up, grabs him. Okay, so they're fighting as they're holding onto the helicopter. But of course, the owl slips. His hand loses grasp on the helicopter rails. And Daredevil has his billy club, so he latches onto it. So he's okay, but he can't grab the owl. The owl plunges down into the frozen Hudson River, through the ice, down to the depths below. Is he dead? What's your guess, folks? My guess is not. Because, of course, we would see the owl many more times after that. Because, these guys don't die. So that ends this particular tale. So the saga for now of the battle with the owl ends. But if you remember, a few episodes ago, we picked up with issue, whatever it was, 150, 142, something like that. It was a continuation of a battle with Bullseye. Right? Well, you didn't think that was going to be that, right? So the next issue, the deadliest duel of all time, Beware of Bullseye. That'll be your next episode. We're going to get the continuation of this. Well, it's not really a continuation of this story, but it's a continuation of the story before this story, where Bullseye's back in action once again against old Hornhead, and that'll be issue number 146. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this issue number 145. With one of Daredevil's arch nemesis, the Owl. It's funny when you think about Daredevil, like, who are his main villains over the course of, all Daredevil lore. I mean, the Owl's got to be up there. Bullseye's got to be up there. Elektra, obviously, is up there. The Kingpin's up there. Killraven the Purple Man is up there. Maybe Mr. Hyde and the Cobra is up there. Maybe the Jester. Maybe the Gladiator, right? Who's number one? Who would you say is number one? I don't know. I don't know if there was. I don't know if Daredevil ever had a arch nemesis. Maybe Bullseye is it. Not really sure. Like Spider-Man's got the Green Goblin. the Hulk's got like, the leader or the Abomination, whichever one you want to do. The Fantastic Four have Doctor Doom, Galactus. Thor's got Loki, right? What about Daredevil? In the comments below, who do you think is the number one arch nemesis villain of Daredevil, based on all of Daredevil history, right? So thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. Also, please do like this video. Very, very important. We're trying to grow members and subscribers here on Comic Book Geezers. So everyone who watches, please do hit that like button, because the more likes we get, the more comments we get, the more that YouTube throws out our videos in the YouTube algorithm. That's how it works here. So it's very simple. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for issue number 146 coming up. And while Bill and I are getting together this weekend, so we've got a slew of things to bring for you over the next week or two. So stay tuned for that. The band will be back together. We've got some fun stuff for you. So, and also a tribute to Tom Palmer, who just recently passed away. So that's all coming up here on Comic Book Geezers. For Wild Bill, I am Pete Pardo. See you all real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.